What is up, wizards? It is Dragon Shirt here, and today we are going to be creating the ultimate mythical epic tier list. So guys, if you are new here, make sure to hit the like button and smash the subscribe button, and make sure you comment down below your thoughts on today's video. So if you guys are, if you guys don't like my tier list, or you don't agree with something, just let me know. It's nice to hear all your guys' opinions, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So we're gonna be starting off with Mayhem over here. Mayhem is a very good mythical epic. The only downside of Mayhem is he has all the same element, and he's useless on turn 1, so he's going to go in the bottom of A tier. Next up, we have Shiver and Scorch. Now, Shiver and Scorch are they were pretty good before the level 50 PvP update. Then they kind of did get nerfed a bit, and they have a hard time getting KOs now. So Torrent isn't quite strong enough to take out the wizard, or do half the wizard's health, and then with neutral damage. So yeah, Shiver and Scorch is in the top of C tier. It falls short of being B tier. Alright, next up is Drenchor. Now, Drenchor is like Mayhem, but even better. Drenchor is a little more useful in turn 1, and has a shadow spell too, which is better, that equals more diversity, so Drenchor is a lot better, so Drenchor is going in the A tier as well. And next up, we have Luna. Now, Luna is pretty weak, pretty underwhelming, and is pretty frail. Luna is however, they're still worse, so Luna is going in the top of F tier. Next up, we have Nebula. Now, Nebula just is running the similar issues with the Luna, but Nebula at least has a little more hearts. Still not a lot more hearts, but at least Nebula is just slightly better, so Nebula is in D tier. Next up, we have Luminite. Now, Luminite is actually even worse than Luna, so because Luminite is weak to physical, and Luminite doesn't even have astral spells, just fire, so that's just really bad combination, so even worse than Luna, so F tier, even lower than Luna. Alright, now we have Blastar. Now, Blastar is actually a pretty decent option, probably the best Storm mythical epic, but in general, Storm is kind of a underwhelming element for the most part. Blastar is actually a pretty decent epic, so Blastar is probably going to go into B tier, or maybe C tier. I think I'm going to put Blastar in the B tier, maybe because Blastar has just enough hearts, like Mayhem and Drenchor. So, alright. And next up, we have Riptide. Now, Riptide, without a doubt, is one of the best mythical epics in the game. Riptide is very good, has both physical and water, so Riptide is one of the best pets. Good physical pets are ones that are not weak to astral, so Riptide is going in S tier, in the bottom of S tier. Alright, now we have Glimmerwing. Now, Glimmerwing is kind of a weird mythical epic. It's pretty weak, pretty not so good, so Glimmerwing is pretty underwhelming, so Glimmerwing's probably going to be in the bottom of C tier. Next up, we have Frozra. Now, Frozra is actually going through the same thing. Frozra just, at least it has astral spells, which bumps it up a little bit, because that's like the next because astral spells are like the best element in the game right now, but Frozra, though, in general, the stats are pretty bad, and everything else isn't too good about Frozra, so Frozra is in C tier as well, in the bottom of C tier. Alright, now we have Shimmerstorm. Now, Shimmerstorm is not too good. Shimmerstorm is, I don't know, it's not good. It doesn't even have a mythical epic attack, so Shimmerstorm is going in D tier as well. Alright, next up we have Hydroid. Now, this might be a little bit controversial. Hydroid at least has some more bulk, so compared to the other guys in D tier, so Hydroid is going in the top of D tier for that. Otherwise, Hydroid falls short from being a C tier. Alright, next up we have Barkbarion. Now this is going to be very controversial because Barkbarion, everybody says, is one of the best of the best. But I've noticed that Barkbarion is in a decline, and that's because of other ice mythical epics being added to the game, so, and other ice pets in general. So Barkbarion, with ice being like the primary of the 5 elements, so Barkbarion is going in the top of A tier. Almost an S tier, but in the top of A tier. So that's all the A tier mythical epics now. These are all going to be B tier for now on. Or B tier, S tier, whatever. Sorry. Now we have Pyrodile. Now Pyrodile is actually pretty good. Pyrodile has some good attacks like Eruption, and the stats are okay. You could spam Eruption, which is pretty good. And Fire is a good element since it's strong as Ice, a primary of the 5 normal elements. So Pyrodile is going in B tier. Only thing that's holding it back is its 3rd spell and having only fire spells. Alright, now we have Solar. Now Solar is actually pretty decent, but it's a little underwhelming, so Solar is going to go in C tier. But it's a lot better than Frozra. And now we have Buzzra. Buzzra is bad. Buzzra is very bad. Unlike Frozra, Buzzra is much worse. Buzzra's healing is useless because it doesn't have enough hearts. Its spells are just rubbish. Its stats are rubbish, so Buzzra is going in F tier. And now we have Mirahawk. Now Mirahawk used to be really good until the level 50 PvP update. The Mirahawk suffered a lot, so Mirahawk is probably going to go in the D tier because Mirahawk cannot endure Starburst from the Wizard anymore, so that's very bad since a lot of people use the Dual Blade now for PvP. Alright, next up is Splash and Spark. Now Splash and Spark is very, very good. Not as good anymore because of the level 50 PvP update. It's a reoccurring theme in this video, but Splash and Spark was very good. I guess Splash and Spark kind of fell down a little bit, so kind of like Shiver and Scorch, so C tier. I used to win a lot of matches with Splash and Spark. Splash and Spark completely destroyed Prodigy Ace, so that was pretty awesome. Alright, now we have Arcturion. Arcturion, some people might be saying, well, put him in the top. He's the best mythical epic ever. I'm like, yeah, except for the fact that he's weak to Astral. So, he's so close to getting to the top, but he's weak to the Wizard. And, there's also Red Galaxy now in Frozra, so Arcturion just falls a little short from being in the very top, but Arcturion's very close. Next up, we have Aquadile. Now, Aquadile, I think this is a surprise to absolutely no one. Aquadile's rubbish. Very, very rubbish. Aquadile does not have any good stats. Kind of like Pyrodile, but then also Aquadile doesn't have good spells. The spells have very low accuracy. Aquadile is just rubbish. And they're all water too, so Aquadile's pretty rubbish. Now, next up is Griffroom. Now, Griffroom is really, really good. Griffroom is very good. Because Griffroom does have some consistent attacks, a lot of consistent attacks. But Griffroom is strong against Storm, which isn't too relevant. So that's the only thing that's holding Griffroom back a little bit in B tier. Alright, now we have Griftopus, which is even better than Griffroom. Griftopus might have a little less accuracy, but in return, strong against fire and has an extra AoE. So Griftopus is a little higher than Griffroom for that reason. And now we have Vega Bloom. Now I just need to make some space over here. Alright. Because I'm running out of space. Alright. Now Vega Bloom is actually pretty good, but again, running similar issues with Griffroom, so it's gonna go in the C tier. But Vega Bloom is actually a pretty solid pet, just not too useful overall. Now we have Polar Tide. Now this is easily the best mythical epic, and here's why. Polar Tide is a physical pet that isn't weak to Astral, which is very, very good right now, and Polar Tide is just the best. that's all I have to say. I mean, it's no surprise, because obviously Polar Tide's the icon of my channel and everything, but yeah, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. So you guys did enjoy it, make sure to hit the like button and smash the subscribe button. Once again, please let me know if you disagree with this. And anyway, I will see you guys next time. Peace.